was down. J.T. Will allowed the knee to touch momentarily.
But he wasn't knocked out. He went down on his own knee just from sheer exhaustion.
Watch the forearm.
Both fighters starting to show a little ill effect of the altitude right now.
Come on, let's go.
By the way, checking the kicks for Knorr. He is in danger of missing, and he does. He has only 6 kicks in round 3, and that's a demonstration of some fatigue going on here in the 3rd round. With Knorr experiencing some difficulties with the kicks, a look at the kick rule might be important here. Each fighter must attempt a minimum of 8 kicks per round, and there is a 1-point deduction for each kick missed in a round. And more importantly, in a championship fight, a failure to attempt 8 kick minimum in 3 different rounds results in disqualification. That corner really trying to work on Knorr, more or less just to get him mentally back in the fight. And we see why here, Chuck, is he really got some real kicks by Rufus.
Yes, he's taking a lot of punishment.
A jump spinning back kick, spinning back fist right off that jump spinning back kick.
Listen, deep breath. Okay.
The left back leg round kick by Rufus. He comes in, sets it up again, and comes even higher with it. William Knorr has missed his kicks in each of the last 2 rounds. He only threw 5 in round number 2, and now he's only thrown 6 in round number 3.
Got to get the kick this round.
Fight is over if he misses his kicks in 3 rounds in a title fight.
Keep in mind, he does not have to make up the kicks as normal in his championship fight. But if he misses again, this fight will end, and we're in the 4th round.
Yeah, Rufus is now pouring it on. He sees that his opponent is tired, and he's going to put it over. It's just about over.
Vicious right to the body.
Yes, just about over. Knorr can't take that kind of punishment.
J.T. Will, for safety of the fighter's sake, may be the most important man in the ring.
Close. Remember, in full contact karate, you do have standing 8 counts allowed. That gives the referee a chance to make sure that the fighter is not going to take a blow that could end his career or his life.
Knorr doesn't have the energy left. It's just a matter of time now.
Rufus pouring it on, got excited in karate at the age of 9. Watched a championship fight of Bill Superfoot Wallace and Robert Biggs and said, that's what I want to do. And here he is, the top of the world in the light heavyweight division.
Well, he's a game fighter.
Watch your head.
Father owns 6 karate schools in the Milwaukee area, which he helps in, which certainly doesn't hurt your techniques. But there's a little something more in technique from Rick Rufus. There's a big heart in there.
Yes, definitely. What's so amazing about Rufus is that he was a middleweight. He's actually built of a middleweight, moved up to light heavy, still has the same speed he had as the middleweight, but has more power. It's amazing.
Using all that strength that he's added, and as Chuck says, no loss in speed.
Rufus fighting at 176 pounds says, there's no secret to it. I'd be happy to go up to around 191, 2 or 3 to get a chance at Dennis the Terminator Alexio.
Because Knorr is absolutely exhausted, he missed his kicks in this, the 3rd round. You notice the last minute of that round, he barely threw a single kick.
And so as he misses kicks in 3 consecutive rounds, it's over.
They come and tell you after the round's over with.
So as Rick Rufus waits on his stool, William Knorr across the way. Knorr waiting to see, as J.T. Wells said, it is over now.
3 rounds of no kick. 3 rounds of no kick.
It's probably a good sign because William is really exhausted. And when you're that exhausted, that's when you can be seriously hurt. So it's a very good call.
Chuck, you have to kind of question a bit maybe his game plan because he came right at him early on in the 1st, and boy, you hit it right on the nose. He really took a lot out of there.
Yes, he did. He definitely did.
Disqualified. He missed his kicks for 3 rounds. You're the winner.
So you heard it officially. Rick Rufus has been declared as the champion here as he retains his title. As it is William Knorr being disqualified for missing his kicks in 3 rounds. It doesn't have to necessarily be consecutive as it was here, but any 3 rounds in a 12-round fight, and it's over, and thus this one is.
After retaining his title, Rufus looked for new worlds to conquer.
I came in with the attitude that I try not to think about the knockout, but I want to come in and put a great showing, not only for myself, but for the karate fans. And I was hoping to take him out with that knockout tonight.
What's next for you? We've talked about Jean-Yves Theriault in the past. You're now at 179. Theriault has the 172-pound title. Is there a possibility that the two of you will meet either at his weight or at some middle ground?
Well, hopefully we can meet at an in-between weight at 175. I just want Jean-Yves to know I'm waiting. I'm begging. If you'd stop fighting these would-be opponents and fight the real deal, hey, we'll both be rich and we'll be happy in the end. And for another guy that's fighting tonight, Dennis Alexio, I'm on my way up. As soon as I fight Theriault, you're next, buddy.
That recaps the prelims. Let's return to ringside for the main event.
Thanks, Steve. You know, as you check the style of these two main event fighters, it makes for a very interesting fight. And Chuck and Joe are back to visit on the two main eventers. And first of all, with Chuck Norris, as we talk about the champion, Dennis Alexio. He will be fighting primarily before a hometown crowd living just down the hill in Vacaville. But he has built his popularity, I think, on the power he possesses, Chuck.
Well, the thing with Dennis Alexio is he's probably one of the most powerful heavyweights we've had in many, many years. And he can use either hand or either foot equally with tremendous power. And that's what's made him skyrocket to the top as the world heavyweight champion.
One of the things with that kind of power, he wants to get inside on the taller Jerry Rome, but he's also known as a very good finisher.
He's a killer. We call him the Terminator because once he sees his opponent in trouble, then he really turns on the steam, and he doesn't stop until the guy's on the mat.
So it'll be a very powerful Dennis Alexio trying to defend his title here against Jerry Rome. Joe Corley with us here. And Joe, as we take a look at Jerry Rome and the way he will try to fight tonight, one thing about it, he's 35, but actually the talent still shines through even at 35 years of age.
It does. Jerry Rome is a fighter who, very much like Muhammad Ali, had God give him a gift, and he said, you can do whatever you want to with this gift. Jerry Rome was injured in 1978. He had a detached retina. He came back after 6 years to recapture the heavyweight championship of the world. He's had some problems since then, and I think the outcome of this fight, Sam, will be determined by mental toughness.
And mental toughness is meaning that being out of the ring so long, as he get himself mentally prepared for the fight, and is he able to carry through his game plan against Alexio?
That's exactly the point. Jerry Rome was sent away to a federal prison camp for 1 year. In that camp, as he said, he's turned his scars into stars. He set his mind on recapturing the heavyweight title. When he came back, he said he wanted to go right after the top fighter in the world, and that was Dennis Alexio.
Well, you can see the matchup is starting to certainly shape up, and now let's go to the tail of the tape and take a look at these two fighters. The challenger, world heavyweight champion Jerry Rome, has compiled an impressive record of 45 wins and only 4 defeats. 40 of his victories have come by the way of a knockout. The reigning champion Dennis Alexio has the same number of victories and knockouts as his opponent, but he suffered only 1 defeat. That a split decision loss to Don Wilson in 1984. Here's a physical comparison. Both men appear to be in peak condition. The champion is 4 years younger and will test the challenger's stamina from the onset. Rome has a reach advantage and will try to keep Alexio at distance where he can best utilize that reach. Now let's take a look at the rules that'll govern our championship fight. The rounds are 2 minutes in duration. The scoring is on a 10-point must system, similar to that of boxing. 3 judges score the fight all at ringside. 3 knockdowns in a round does not stop the fight. The fighters must attempt a minimum of 8 kicks per round, or points are deducted. A fighter cannot be saved by the bell. That's in any round. And either the doctor or the referee can stop the fight. Veteran karate referee J.T. Will be the 3rd man in the ring and will enforce the rules we just passed on to you. As the ISKA heavyweight champion Dennis Alexio defends that title and goes for the vacant PKC title. He's confident. He said it will not be a long night, and even has gone so far as to predict a knockout inside of 5 rounds. For the challenger, Jerry Rome, he tries to overcome not only adversity, but inactivity, and he may try to go for the title he once had in PKA KarateMania 1 as he goes for the final shot here, maybe in PKA KarateMania number 3.
I'm a complete fighter. I can knock you out either hand or foot.
Rome attacking. Oh, with a devastating crashing kick.
I'm a warrior, you know. I'm a warrior. I keep coming back. I keep fighting.
I don't care who he is. I don't care if I'm champion or not. You know, I'm fighting this man. I'm there to hurt him. I'm going to take him out.
This is
that every fighter dream of, becoming the world champion. You know, this is to be the best in the world. So you have to prepare yourself as though that you are going to be the best, that you are the best, and you have to train like you're the best.
He's never faced a kind of fighter like me. He's never faced anybody as strong as me with the skills that I have, or the pressure that I'll put on him.
He has something that I want, and that's the heavyweight world title. And I know that I'm here to fight and to take that title back. He's not going to win. I'm going to win. This fight here is probably the most important fight of my whole career.
When I step through those ropes, it's going to be the last you're going to see of Jerry Rome.
The last second reminder, remember, keep your kicks above the waist. In the case of a knockdown, I'll direct the standing fighter to a neutral corner. You stay there until I call you back. When I yell break, make sure you break clean. Step back. Do not hit or kick your opponent after I say break. There will be a penalty point for that. No holding. I'll only give 2 warnings. After that will be a point deduction. Do not hold. Best of health to you both. Shake hands. We'll begin with the bow. Dennis, we're going to bow in first. Right here, please. We're going to bow in first. Right here. Stay there. Bow to me first. Bow to each other. Time. Hold it.
So the preliminaries have now been put behind us. The bell sounds, and we are underway for the heavyweight championship of the world of the ISKA and PKC here in Lake Tahoe. The gold pants of Alexio, the black of Rome. Almost a nervous smile on the face of Jerry Rome, the confident look of Alexio as they go right to work. Chuck, we mentioned Alexio has to try to kick and punch his way inside. That's got to be a key to his win.
Yeah, Alexio's first round will generally feel his opponent out, but it doesn't look that way this round.
Coming out with vengeance, big round kick. Oh, ducked away from it just in time.
Yeah, they're going for the knockout, both of them.
There was once a movie in another sport called Raging Bull.
Yeah.
Right now, Dennis Alexio is one in this ring.
Rome has got to get his composure if he's going to withstand this kind of pressure. Alexio comes in here acting like he is afraid of nothing that Rome could throw. That could be a mistake for Alexio.
Keep in mind, with kicks and punches, the gloves are 10 ounce, and both fighters are up with foot pads on their feet, and they both, of course, wear their protective cuff. And that is it. It is mono on mono for the heavyweight championship.
Alexio throws a very powerful spinning back fist, as well as these shots he throws inside powerfully.
Jerry's going to have to keep his hands up because Dennis got tremendous overhand right, and he's keeping his hands too low. There he was right there.
One of the things we showed you in the tail of the tape was the reach advantage of Rome. He's been unable to use it. Alexio has been all over him in round 1.
Arms off. That's it. Fight out.
Big round kick by Alexio.
Alexio's strategy, it seems to be, is going to put a lot of pressure on Rome to see if Rome can stay at this pace, at this altitude.
Well, Jerry Rome took a pounding. Let's go into his corner.
Give me some air. Off the jab. All he's doing is rushing you. Give me head up. Give me head up. Give me some air.
Trim with his hands, Jim.
Oh, he blew his wide there, dude. He blew his wide. Okay, so we dip around his ground, okay? Listen to me. Give me some air. Suck it up. Hands come off the jab. You're not moving around the movement. What are you doing sitting in there slugging? That's it.
Back leg roundhouse is looking awesome, Dennis. When you switch your left leg with a back leg roundhouse, you're going to catch some good to the body. He's eating that up, and it's hurting him. Every time he kicks him to the body, Dennis, he was folding in half.
All right, let's try and make you start fast. Fine, maybe make you start fast.
He's breathing awful hard.
Here we go, Second down.
Baby Dennis, you're kicking his ass. Let's go, champ. You're the champ. Kick the fucking ass.
Everything's in check.
So the crowd electrified by the quick start of round 1 is on the edge of their seat as we start round 2. Alexio being encouraged to throw more of the kicks that have started to double roam up.
Alexio threw 14 kicks in the first round. Jerry Rome threw 15. Both men throwing a lot of kicks. You heard Alexio's corner saying that the kicks to the body really hurt Rome.
There's that overhand right again, Sam. I'll talk about this. Jerry's keeping his hand too low.
What can Rome do to hold off this bull?
He's going to keep his hands up higher.
In his camp, Rome was told that he was supposed to throw double jabs. He was going to have to throw double jabs to keep Alexio at his distance. You heard his corner man, Jerry Brown, telling him that he was not doing that. Wanted to know why Rome was standing in there not throwing.
You are looking at two high-quality athletes. A former football linebacker and outstanding baseball player in Dennis Alexio.
That's it.
Jerry Rome in high school, great at football, but excelled in karate. And now they fight for a world title here.
Fight out. Keep that arm off. That's it.
Again, the kick cards, as you see the red 8 now changing to a 9. It indicates that the red corner, occupied by Jerry Rome,
Arm off.
they've got 9 kicks in. 9 as well across the way for Dennis Alexio. You're required only 8 per round.
Arm off. These fighters at this level, of course, fight very powerfully with their kicks. They don't throw kicks because they have to. Obviously, they throw kicks that they're fighting with. You see Alexio drilling those kicks into the body. If they don't throw 8 kicks, they are penalized. 1 point on each judge's scorecard for each kick less than 8 that they throw.
You're right. They're kicking to hurt. They're not kicking to get points.
Those are vicious round kicks by Alexio. You saw Rome coming with a spinning kick a moment ago. Did not connect, but he does own that arsenal.
We said the fight would be one on mental toughness. Jerry Rome, his mental toughness is being certainly stretched to the limit here by Dennis Alexio.
And he has fought the champion at the end of round 2. The outdoor arena here at Caesars in Lake Tahoe certainly well entertained with the start of this fight. And so far, gentlemen, game plan, particularly of Dennis Alexio, full speed ahead. Jerry Rome has got to be back on that stool, wondering what he can do, but Alexio looks very confident here.
Make your holds. You're aiming your punches. You're aiming them. All right?
You know, he's throwing good combinations, but I've never seen him go so, I mean, he's more conservative a lot of times to fill up and start picking his spots. And tonight he's throwing a lot of punches and kicks that aren't really making scoring. That's unusual for Dennis.
You see Alexio there.
If he throws a kick or a punch, it generally hits.
You see him there. After he missed with several punches to the head, he threw a devastating kick into the body and did just exactly what his corner asked him to do. Here we go, man.
Jerry Brown working with Jerry Rome, trying to encourage this 35-year-old Atlanta, Georgia fighter to get off the stool fighting, and he'll have to, and here he comes. Round 3, scheduled for 12.
So far in the first 2 rounds, both fighters have thrown 26 kicks. They're averaging 13 kicks a round through the first 2.
Keep his kicks up.
Sam Smith along with Chuck Norris and Joe Corlett. The heavyweight championship fight in the 3rd round at Alexio, the defending champion. Jerry Rome calling it his last hurrah.
You see Alexio trying to set up the spinning back fist, I think.
We're also seeing Rome, gentlemen, become a little bit more intense, a little bit more activity here.
Yes, he is. He knows he's got to take the fight to Dennis because Dennis is too powerful to hold back on him.
Yeah, that's it. Keep the arm off. That's it. Fight out there. Those Jerry Rome right hands, when he unloads them, are quite powerful. Dennis took that one on the chin. Didn't seem to bother him.
By the way, that was exactly what Alexio said about Jerry Rome. He said he's a good fighter. The one thing I have to watch is the right hand.
Watch the head.
And Rome has loaded up with it only a couple of times so far. A minute deep in the 3rd round. Spinning kick by Alexio.
There's that overhand right again, Sam. That's a devastating technique.
Yeah, Rome is definitely keeping that left hand too low, and the way Alexio set that up with the spinning back kick to the body and then coming back with the right hand to the head was really quite masterful.
We use two key words, inside for Alexio and distance for Rome. We're watching that closely as we're in the third round to try to see if Alexio is getting inside. He has.
Alexio is doing a lot more work
outside.
I'm sorry, Sam. Dennis is doing a lot more work inside. Rome is trying to block. Dennis is firing. Rome is waning here. Rome is losing his strength here.
Yes.
And there's the bell to end round 3. And the champion has electrified this near hometown crowd here in Lake Tahoe. Well, immediately following this championship fight will be a try for a world's record. You see granite slabs being stacked. 17 is the record. And Richard Baratheon will try for 18 granite slabs, a world's record immediately following our championship fight. Alexio has not only come with the round kicks, the straight kicks, but now, Chuck, here comes the round kick.
Yeah, the spinning back kick, yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah, but he blocked with his elbow, thank goodness, because that was a devastating spinning kick.
He certainly dug a lot of punches and other things into his ribs in that round. That one might even have glanced off his body, but it looks like the elbow did pick it up. But Jerry Rome was hurting at the end of round 3.
Second foul. It's coming out, kamikaze. Just stand.
This is round 4, set for 12. Heavyweight champion of the ISKA. And fighting also for the PKC vacated title, Dennis Alexio in the gold. Fights a former champion and Jerry Rome in the back. Rome, visibly hurt in the third round, tries to come out and get back in somewhat control of this fight in the fourth as he steps through the ring ropes.
Rome is throwing the kicks, but none of them are going to hurt Dennis. There's no snap behind them like Alexio is throwing. He's throwing devastating kicks, and they're all hurting Jerry. The kicks aren't hurting Alexio.
There is one thing for sure as Dennis Alexio fights here. There was a line forming to his right and his left for a shot at the world champion. Rick Rufus even wants to come up and wait. The light heavyweight champion, and Bad Brad Heffron, the super heavyweight, wants to come down and fight Alexio.
You can see that Alexio spent a lot of time in the boxing gym. He's very, very comfortable with his head in there on Rome's chest. Very comfortable. He's watching, he's picking, he's drilling the left hooks to the body. He's then coming with a wide overhand right to the head and then coming back with a left hook to the head and then mixing those, Chuck, very masterfully with the kicks.
I can see why they would want to come up because he's probably the most popular kickboxer in the world today. He has a tremendous following.
You can see the shoulders of a former junior college linebacker in Dennis Alexio. There's that spinning back kick again.
Still stick. Pick him up. What's the head? What's the head? Let's go. Fight out. Fight out.
Alexio's going after that dropped left hand that Jerry Rome. Every time they move out of clinch, Rome is moving back with his left arm down. Alexio's coming with that overhand Ken Norton style right hand.
It's because Rome is keeping his left hand down, leaving him wide open for that overhand right.
There's a big left hand by Alexio. A big kick, and here goes Rome. And he may survive the round, or does he? The bell is sounded. J.T. Will, the referee, says he was up at the bell.
He's not counting because that happened after the bell. Rome hit the canvas after the bell. So he has 1 minute to pull himself back together. But I don't believe there's any way Rome can pull it back.
I don't think it can happen, Joe. He's hurt.
A vicious kick by Alexio.
He's hurt.
May have finished it here at the end of the fourth. Now again the ruling by J.T. Will, the referee, is that Jerry Rome survived the kick as the bell sounded and then went down. Let's watch it here.
That left hook did it. And then that set it up. The round kick behind that finished Rome. He was still scrambled from the hook, and when that round kick caught him on the jaw, it was nothing but sheer courage that kept his body up at that point.
J.T. Will motioning to a neutral corner. And then the bell sounded. Rome went down. So he was indeed a fortunate man in the fourth, but only to come into the fifth with the world champion.
Yeah, Dennis will go in for the kill now. He will go for the kill.
Let me harken back. He said it would not be a long night. He dropped it inside of 5. And he's trying to finish it in a 5. J.T. Will, a standing 8 count. Standing 8 count here for Jerry Rome. And he says he cannot continue. The fight is over. A beaten Jerry Rome one way. The exuberance in the corner of Dennis Alexio, successfully defending his ISK title, but now adding another belt, the PKC Heavyweight Championship belt. A disconsolate 35-year-old Jerry Rome. The end may have been written here in the 5th round. Alexio, Rome, you can see almost the excitement of victory and the agony of defeat. This was the first knockdown of the fight now. This is when Alexio used the hands, and now watch as he steps out. Boom, right there, Chuck.
That's what I'm talking about, Sam. He can use either hand equally and either leg equally. And it's so hard to fight a man who can use either both sides equal.
You can see the condition of Jerry Rome at the end of the 4th round, and now here is where the end comes. So as he entered the 4th, he's going to go down. Look at the viciousness of that kick.
Yes.
This was at the end of the 4th round. And now from another look, and this is from overhead, and watch this kick come in. The left hook was beautiful.
Yes.
Now he pushes out for distance, and there it is. Rome staggering, trying to figure out really where he is. J.T. Will hearing the bell, and then Rome goes down after the bell had sounded.
He was literally out on his feet.
Oh. So as J.T. Will, along with Dennis Alexio, wait for the decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight ends at 26 seconds of the 5th round. Winner and still the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, the Terminator, Dennis Alexio.
Is there a man alive that can stand in front of the kicks and punches of Dennis Alexio? Only time will tell.
Of solid granite with one blow of the fist in just 1 moment.
So as the fight came to a brutal end for Rome in the 5th, Chuck, he continued to kick and punch away on Rome.
All those were hurting him. Every kick and every punch he threw was hurting Rome.
This is at the end. This is in the 5th. And again, Alexio had predicted at the end, but sometimes inside of the 5. And J.T. Will, this is when he stopped for the standing 8.
Yes.
And it is designed for the referee to get a good look. Dennis Alexio confident it was over there. And indeed it was. Overhead, you get a good look. I think, Chuck, the nice thing about Alexio, he fights well inside, but he's got great distance.
He does. He can fight inside, outside. That's what's so great about Alexio. He has no weaknesses. And because he can use his hands, he's a tremendous boxer, great kicker.
So a thing of beauty, almost a ballet with viciousness. This is Alexio at his best. Rome gamely trying to cover up. He knows exactly what he's going to be hit with. But he can't stop any of them.
No.
And the fight is finally stopped.
Very smart move on the referee's part.
So J.T. Will, we said, was going to be a very important man in the ring, and tonight he was. He got the count to 3 and said, nope, it's over. Joe Corley's upstairs with the winner.
Dennis Alexio came into this ring prepared defensively as well as offensively. Offensively, what was the game plan?
Use my strength and quickness and break him out.
You had the left hand right over your chin. You were ready for his right hand.
Sure. No one likes to walk in a right hand. It's not really good for your future.
Was there any point in the beginning of the round that you felt that Rome had anything to give you back?
No. I'm too strong for him. So Jerry's a good fighter, and he's got a good right hand, and he likes to throw the right hand. But, you know, it's my time now. I'm the undisputed champion. I'm the best in the world, and I proved it again here tonight, and I'll face anybody.
Now, Brad Hefton was here earlier, of course, and he wants to fight with Dennis Alexio. We're going to see your replays here in just a second. What are you thinking about Brad Hefton at this point?
He wants to fight me?
Oh, exactly.
Sure, great. I'll knock him out. It's not a problem.
All right, let's take a look at the knockdown. The first time that you knocked Jerry down, tell us what's happening.
Well, I just hit him with a short right hand, a nice left hook. I went to the body a couple times, switched up, and slammed the left leg to the... It hit him in the glove, but I got a lot of power in my kicks, more than anybody else. And went right to the glove and hit him in the chin. Probably should have been stopped there. He's lucky the bell rang then, because you can see him doing a lip stand right now.
The end of the fight, this is our super slow-mo. Tell us what you're doing here. What are you feeling from Rome?
Well, I think he's feeling a little more from me right now. I'm slamming the back leg and just driving into the arms. Even though he's blocking it, it's got a lot of power, and it just breaks him down. Look at that kick right there is blocked, but it's hurt him. Short right hand coming back with a left hook. And Jay steps in there, and he didn't pull me off, so I'm still continuing and finished there. Jerry's a good fighter, and I give him all the credit in the world. He's a class act, and there's a lot of intensity in this fight. It's a big fight. Showtime's it's a pivotal step for the sport, and I was up for this fight and well prepared. And there were some instances that keyed me up even more, and to Jerry's unfortune.
Dennis Alexio is one of the great fighters of all time, now the greatest fighter in the heavyweight division. There's no question in anybody's mind about that now. Dennis Alexio, as he said, just too powerful for Jerry Rome. Blasting the kicks in, even when they hit the arm, they penetrate the kicks. JT Will in between them there. One man said that Dennis Alexio's a finisher. When he senses the end, he turns the light out and closes the door. Steve?
Thank you, Joe. So Dennis Alexio wins the main event in impressive fashion to retain his world heavyweight title, but he isn't the only tough guy here. Take Richie Baratheon, for example. The 44-year-old Baratheon, who holds 5 black belts, has beaten amazing odds to establish himself as one of the greatest karate champs of all time. He's overcome the loss of an eye, lupus, and often fatal blood disease, a heart attack, and just last year, pneumonia, a stroke, and spinal meningitis. He's had last rites read to him 7 times. Unbelievable story. Richie Baratheon has used his martial arts skills to perform incredible acts of strength. Earlier tonight, we got a sample of Richie's prowess as he showed us what he was capable of doing by kicking a burning slab of granite. This is just one of many amazing tests of martial arts skill that Richie has perfected over the years. Needless to say, do not try this at home, or anywhere else for that matter. Well, as he had done many times in the past, Richie snapped the granite and escaped the burning flames. Here it is in super slow motion. Notice the technique, the concentration, as the flaming block of granite is held in the firm hands of Richie's 2 assistants, who are also students of the martial arts.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rich Baratheon.
We've been telling you all along during the course of the telecast. In fact, workmen have been assembling this ton of granite behind me for Baratheon's main event, as Richie Baratheon looks to shatter his own world record by breaking 18 slabs of natural stone with his hand, a record he has held for some 7 years. And right now, it is time for the moment of truth.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, turn your attention to the demonstration area for the final event of the evening, as Richie Baratheon is preparing to break his own previous world record by shattering 1/2 ton of unaltered, solid, milled granite, comprised of the 18 1-inch slabs of stone you see before you. Now, we have inspected the stone and assure you that this is not a stunt, but a demonstration of sheer power and concentration. Now, in the past, Richie has broken his hands 30 times. For that reason, we ask for your attention and cooperation. Ladies and gentlemen, Richie Baratheon. Ladies and gentlemen, Richie Baratheon.
Here it is. Count them, 18 slabs of granite. Now in super slow motion. And let's listen to it in slow motion. Richie, an astounding feat. First up, I have to ask you, how do you overcome the pain? That had to be excruciating.
Well, Steve, I studied self-hypnosis for about 17 years. And when I do a demonstration like this, I go into the subconscious portion of the brain and I take out the conscious portion, which is the emotion and the pain. I'll feel it later.
As we take a look at the hand, maybe we can show that to the viewing audience. Did you have any doubts going into this?
Well, I mean, you never know what's going to happen, but I always give it the best shot. I don't hold back from my own self-survival mechanisms. I actually literally try to break my hand on the granite, and I put out all the energy I can. And, you know, if you hold back for your own survival, you know, self-survival, you know, then that's when you really do break your hand.
Do you think you actually broke your hand in this episode?
I won't know for a little while, but it seems all right.
You've had so much physical turmoil over the years. What keeps Richie Baratheon going?
Well, I tell you, I spend a lot of time, as you know, in the hospitals, and when I get up in the morning and I'm healthy, I'm just glad to be alive, and it's a good day from there.
Richie, all the best. I don't even want to shake your hand too hard because I know it hurts right now, but keep up the good work. Congratulations.
Steve, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yes, he's done it. Richie Baratheon has broken his own world record. Let's go back to ringside.
Thank you, Steve. Well, as we said at the top of the show, we're expecting some excitement, and did we ever get it tonight? The world record by Richard Baratheon, and, of course, a world-class effort tonight by Dennis Alexio and our PKA KarateMania 3. Chuck Norris, you said he was going to be a finisher, and did he ever? Dennis Alexio probably at the top of his game.
Yeah, Dennis Alexio has no weaknesses, but he takes advantage of weaknesses. And Jerry Rome tonight kept dropping his left hand, and Dennis kept throwing that overhand right. They kept weakening him, and then those devastating kicks that he threw tonight, too.
You have to fulfill an obligation in your mind when you set a goal of finishing a fight before the end of the 5th round, and that's got to be confidence by Alexio.
Oh, yeah, this man is as confident as they come. He knows he's going to win coming in there, and there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He's going to come out the victor.
Chuck, thanks for your time tonight, and best of luck with Hitman this fall.
Thank you.
Let's move to Joe Corley now. Joe, quite obviously, there's been a lot of bannering going around of who is next now for Alexio. How about Bad Brad? Could we get a match like that?
Yeah, well, Bad Brad Hefton says he definitely wants to fight Alexio. At the end of his bout, what he said was that he would like to get some more tune-ups. So I think that Hefton, who's got some ring rust after 16 months, would be well advised based on what I've seen from Dennis Alexio. I mean, I had my doubts, I have to tell you, about Alexio's ability to deal with the talent of Jerry Rome, but I am won over, and if Hefton is going to fight Alexio now, he really should get the ring rust off before he gets in the ring with him.
Well, they're going to have to build a brand new addition to the room. Of course, the Dennis Alexio is indeed, he adds another belt. Already an enlarged belt collection already with a PKC belt as he wins here tonight. For Chuck Norris, along with Joe Corley, this is Sam Smith. Hope you've enjoyed it tonight. Let's go back for our host for a wrap-up of this, an exciting night of kickboxing, the kick to the 90s. Here's Steve Albert.
Thank you, Sam. The curtain comes down on an exciting exhibition of kickboxing and martial arts here on Showtime. And in closing, let's recap the results of the bouts. We begin with the non-title affair, the featherweight division. Women's featherweight champion and 4-time world champ Kathy Long with an 8-round unanimous decision over North American champ Nora Daigle. In the championship matches, light heavyweight champion Rick Rufus over William Knorr via disqualification. Not enough kicks by Knorr, and Rufus defends his crown. In other action, super heavyweight champion Brad Hefton kept his belt against South American champ Sergio Bottarelli with a unanimous decision. And in the main event, it was world heavyweight champ Dennis Alexio with a 5th-round stoppage of former world champ Jerry Rome to retain his title. So that wraps things up from beautiful Caesars Tahoe. We hope you enjoyed this special Showtime presentation. Until next time, this is Steve Albert saying so long, everybody.
Coming up tonight on Showtime 2 at 8 Eastern Time, see Louis Gossett Jr. in Iron Eagle. Then at 10, Melanie Griffith and Don Johnson in Paradise.